Welcome to Scary Savannah and Beyond.
If you're tired of Thanksgiving leftovers, there are so many restaurants you can try downtown. But be aware of your surroundings. You may not be dining alone.
You're right. There's going to be 20 to 30 other people in there at any given... Oh, you're talking about ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you find yourself in Chippewa Square looking for the Forrest Gump bench, which isn't there anymore, and you work up an appetite, wander over to nearby 245 Bull Street and grab some lunch or dinner at Six Pence Pub. You won't be able to miss it. The facade is unmistakably British, complete with a vintage red telephone booth out front that makes the perfect photo op for your Instagram or TikTok posts. The name of the pub is Six Pence Pub. Do you know what a sixpence is?
I'm going to imagine that it's some sort of form of gambling marker that someone would use when they're, wagering away their life savings.
No.
Oh.
It's a denomination of sterling coinage worth 1/40th of £1.
Or one half shilling?
Yeah. Or 1/2 of 1 shilling.
1/2 of 1 shilling?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like very much money at all.
It sounds almost like it's an insignificant amount of money.
Like, why even bother? If you walk by a sixpence on the ground, would you even pick it up?
Do you pick up pennies?
No.
Do you pick up nickels? What about dimes?
Yeah, I would pick up a penny.
What about a quarter?
I'll definitely pick up a quarter.
If you found that gold bullion treasure that these commercials talk about, where they say your gold could be worth lots of money, and we're like that comedian we heard said, honey, our pirate treasure we've been storing up's worth a lot of money. We got to sell it.
I don't think gold has anything to do with sixpences. They're silver.
It would take a lot of sixpences to buy some gold.
Well, they were first minted in 1551 and circulated until 1980, so that was a long time.
1980? Mm-hmm. Wow, that was just 2 years after I was born.
It was 4 days before I was born.
Yes.
Or 4 days
like
after.
To bring up how you were
4
born
days after
in
I
the
was born.
70s.
For 4 days.
You weren't in the 70s. You didn't have the full experience of the 70s like I did.
Like you did as a 1-year-old?
I was a worldly 1-year-old, and I took in everything the 70s had to offer, which included the Bee Gees, and Elvis had died before I was born. So that's basically the 70s.
That's the extent of the 70s?
Yeah, I got it there.
So like I said, the coin was made of silver from its introduction in 1551, but then in 1947, they made it from copper nickel.
Cupra nickel.
Cupra nickel?
Yeah, I know what that is.
What is it?
That's a metal that they use sometimes in a valve industry is cupra nickel. I didn't know that's how you spelled it, though.
Nice. During the Victorian era, it became tradition to mix a 3-pence or a 6-pence into the ingredients when preparing a Christmas pudding, as the coin was believed to grant good luck.
Did you eat the coin?
Wait, that's what I was wondering. They call it Stir Up Sunday, which is the day...
Sounds like a U2 album.
This is the last Sunday before the start of Advent. And the coin would be placed into your mixture of ingredients.
Okay, sounds very unsanitary.
And stirred by every member of the family.
I'm assuming with their fingers.
Oh, of course. When it came to eating the pudding on Christmas Day, whoever found the sixpence in their slice would receive good luck in the year to come.
I was thinking you were going to say that they would receive diphtheria.
No.
Or scurvy or something.
When I think of pudding, I think of like a runny...
Like Jell-O pudding pops, except the pudding version.
Do you know what pudding is?
Yeah, it's in them little cups.
How do you
and
slice
they got it
pudding?
in brown and they got it in white. And there's a yellow one, too, that I think's banana.
But we don't slice pudding.
If you put it in the refrigerator for a long time, it might get like a little film on top.
I guess they may have a different version of pudding. I'd like to look up what their Christmas pudding is.
Well, they do have bangers and mash. So how do they use forks and knives to cut up pudding? Pudding is clearly a liquid.
Well, they may have a different version of pudding is all I can figure. I should have looked up what their Christmas pudding
You didn't come prepared.
I did not do an exhaustive search.
You didn't look into pudding
of Christmas
and the
pudding.
Diseases associated with eating a sixpence piece.
Is this the same thing as that song, like Bring Us Some Sticky Pudding? Is this a different?
I think you're connecting the dots.
I think it is.
You're seeing behind the curtain. Yeah. You're finding out the schemes of Big Pudding.
So, but what happens if you accidentally eat the sixpence?
You get diphtheria.
Do you still have good luck? Well, back to Six Pence Pub. It has been the favorite gathering spot of locals and tourists alike for over 40 years. It was originally called Wally Sixpence when it was established by a couple named Wally and Doris, who made their way across the pond from London, England, to make Savannah their home. The pub didn't have a kitchen at the time, so Doris would prepare lunch at home and Wally would serve it to the pub patrons until they ran out each day. This continued until 1999 when it was purchased by, quote, 2 guys who had too much time on their hands, according to their website.
Okay.
They loved the pub and decided to expand the drink menu with even more beers, ciders, wines, and liquors, some imported from the UK, as well as adding a food menu that included American and British fare.
Well, it's easy to put stuff on your menu when it's not available to purchase.
It is. If you've always wanted to try bangers and mash, here's your chance.
What is bangers and mash?
It's sausage and mashed potatoes.
They have a cool way of saying stuff over in, across the pond, as you might say.
I looked this stuff up because I knew you were going to ask.
You didn't look up what kind of diseases you could get from sixpences in your pudding.
I did not. Also on the menu are Scotch eggs and shepherd's pie. A Scotch egg is a boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat, covered in breadcrumbs, and then baked or deep fried. I read that originally Scotch eggs were served covered in fish paste. So I think the breadcrumbs and sausage is a better option.
I don't know. Have you ever had fish paste?
I will never have fish paste.
Why are you going to be so judgmental?
Fish paste?
Fish paste might be the greatest thing you've never tried.
Yeah, I really doubt
like
that.
Like biting into a sliced tomato. It's a life-changing experience, and you just wall yourself up against all these things for some reason.
No fish paste for me.
I'd eat it.
Would you?
I would try it.
Sixpence Pub boasts the title of the most authentic British pub in Georgia. It's also famous for being featured in the 1995 movie Something to Talk About, starring Julia Roberts and Dennis Quaid, your doppelganger, some people say.
Yeah, not anybody of consequence, however.
Anyway, Dennis Quaid in this movie.
Dennis Quaid. I am young Dennis Quaid. I have the hair.
Yeah. In this movie, Dennis Quaid's character is spotted by his wife, played by Julia Roberts, inside the pub with another woman. She confronts him outside in her nightgown, so the scene in the movie shows the facade and is clearly recognizable. They didn't do anything to change it, so you can see it in the movie.
We saw the facade. We were there.
Well, besides amazing food, photo ops, and movie creds, the Sixpence is also famous for its resident ghosts. Most often, the encounters are reported by staff members. Pots and pans fly off countertops, glasses will fly off shelves, beer taps turn themselves on and off, suggesting these may be alcoholic ghosts pouring in their own drinks.
Well, we've already established that every ghost in Savannah is from a party or was shot at a party.
Yeah. Light bulbs sometimes burst into tiny shards. They're probably just doing that for fun.
Yes, just to freak people out.
The temperature will randomly drop significantly to where they go check the thermostat.
We
and
didn't
it's been turned down.
That, unfortunately. You were a little warm.
Yeah. No, I was cold.
Or was I a little warm?
No, you were freezing.
We changed places a lot.
You were so cold you wanted to order coffee. You're like, we're either going to order coffee or we're going to leave. So we left.
We didn't order coffee.
We didn't. A former manager said he saw an office chair turn in a circle, then slide across the floor. This may be why he's a former manager.
Could be a couple reasons there. Maybe it's because he was scared and he left, or it's because senior management saw him talking about this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what you been drinking, Fred? And he's like, well, I sure ain't this number 1 on tap because we ain't got that.
The origins of who these ghosts are isn't entirely clear. Some people think they are former bar patrons who love the pub so much that they continue their revelry into the afterlife.
That checks out on the Savannah scene.
Others think one of the ghosts is the former owner, Wally, continuing to supervise the comings and goings of his customers.
So I guess that means he did pass away then.
He did. Another explanation could be the pub's proximity to Madison Square. Madison Square is only 80 yards away and is rumored to be the site of a mass grave. During the Revolutionary War, soldiers who were killed or mortally wounded were buried in a large grave where Madison Square stands now. Yes, it seems that they may have buried some soldiers who weren't completely dead.
That is unfortunate and horrifying at the same time.
If you recall in previous episodes, we talked about sometimes people could appear like they're dead, but they're just
actually
in a coma.
And due to the medical practices of the time, they could easily be confused with being deceased.
Can you imagine being thrown into
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine
grave with a bunch
living
of dead
during the Revolutionary War.
I know. It's so scary.
I mean, there's no pocket phones. You don't even have those street
Not
phones.
even a phone booth.
No phone booths.
Maybe some of these restless souls wander over to the Sixpence in search of some ale and maybe a Scotch egg.
Haha. They like fish paste.
Those are on the, is that?
I thought it was a Scotch egg.
Yeah, they put it on Scotch eggs.
Now
I was thinking.
Got me excited.
No, I was thinking of the
We're going to go
shepherd's pie.
get a Scotch egg. We're both going to get it. We're going to put it on the podcast.
And request fish paste.
Extra fish, a side of fish paste to go with the original fish paste that's already on it.
No, they don't serve it that way. I said originally people who made Scotch eggs, like the English, did it that way.
Maybe we could bring our own fish paste.
Okay, I'll order some on Amazon. Apparitions most often spotted in Madison Square are described as shadow people. They are seen out of the corner of your eye, and at first you think it may be an animal of some kind, but then you start feeling like you're being followed.
Why are you going to tell me this story?
Well, I didn't tell you last night when we were out there.
I'm glad you didn't,
we were at Madison Square.
Hold my arm and stuff to protect me from such.
Some people report the feeling that something is incredibly close to them, but when they look, the entity vanishes.
Did you feel like we were being followed last night at all?
I actually did kind of feel like people were near us and they weren't.
When we were walking through squares. Remember, was it Johnson Square we walked through? You were asking me what it was.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say anything, but when we were walking through it, I just felt like there was somebody right behind us.
I did too, and I assumed there was.
And there wasn't.
Oh, wow.
We were alone.
Oh, wow.
Makes sense.
So we decided to go have dinner last night, and it did not disappoint. It has the cozy vibe and was all decked out for the Christmas season.
Which you appreciate.
I did. We talked to our server and asked her what she knew about these rumored hauntings, and we got an audio recording, and we're going to play it now.
And what was your name again?
Al.
Al. Okay. Well, nice to meet you. I just wanted to ask if you thought this had any experiences that were ghostly experiences.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, every place in Savannah is haunted, and I don't really believe in the presence of bad spirits.
Okay.
I believe in presences or like spirits more than anything. And this place just has a lot of history, so weird things that have happened. Like we have, like when you're washing your hands in the sink that's in the back, it will like turn off, like it'll plunk down.
Really?
Might be a thing, but I think maybe it's something. And our bartender has had more experiences than anything. And we have a haunted statue of Winston Churchill.
Really?
So it'll start a shift in one position. Nobody will open the cabinet, and it'll end in another.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's interesting.
we've like marked it to see if somebody's like really
Watching it on the camera.
but nothing else in the cabinet. Somebody's like, "Oh, it's just the vibrations," and I'm like, "Nothing else in the cabinet." So
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
interesting for sure.
Yeah.
So you've never had anything scary you hear then, so you don't feel like.
No, nothing malevolent. I think that's different things.
Most of the places we've been around here, it doesn't seem like it's malevolent. You just like we've stayed at several places, like Foley House, wasn't it, where you felt like that it just kept turning the TV on. Like, should we be there?
Yeah, that happens here. Yeah, this place. I mean, people come to a bar to drink. They're happy. They're merry. They're having a good time. I don't think anybody's has any unfinished business.
Maybe not here. I don't know.
Not here,
Some other
someplace.
places
Well,
over towards
Savannah,
River
the
Street.
city
Yeah.
itself. The scariest thing I ever had happened to me in Savannah, the city of Savannah. So I was driving home one night to my boyfriend's house, and I come in and I'm like shaking. And he's like, "What happened?" And I said, "I saw a horse." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "But it was like in regalia, and it was like it was there, and I looked, and it wasn't. And it was I there was no rider, but I came in like vibrating. I was like, I saw something. So that was my one like
Freaked you out.
Savannah like.
Clearly wasn't an escaped horse pulling carts around
No,
out here.
I saw it, and it looked like it had like the battle, like power, like the whole thing. I was like,
Wow.
it shook me. But
Well, I'm glad nothing scared you here.
Okay, so we got some really interesting info from her that you can't find online, such as the sink turning on and off by itself.
The Winston Churchill.
Yeah, that was really cool. And you got to go over and look at it.
I didn't just go look at it. I got to take a picture of it.
Oh, you're going to post it now?
And I talked to the hostess, and the picture should be up now. But I talked to the hostess because when you walk into the door to the Six Pence Pub, right in front of you is the hostess booth. And right beside the hostess booth is a glass display case that has things like cups and figurines and things of that nature. And after our server told us about the Winston Churchill figure, I wanted to see it. So I went and I talked to the lady that was standing there and I asked her where it was. And she said, oh, he's right here. And I said, has he ever moved on you before? Have you ever seen him move? And she's like, oh, yeah, he moves and all the time. And I've been here for like 4 months. And he was facing towards us when I came here. And he's facing the corner, as you saw in the picture. He's like looking straight at the corner. And I was like, and you stand beside that through your whole shift. You're a brave person. I've got to go now. There's shadow people chasing me.
Yeah, so I thought it was really interesting. I'm glad we got to go out there and talk to them. But don't let these ghosts scare you away. Sixpence Pub is worth a visit.